Can and should Sanskrit replace English as the lingua franca and the national language unifying India? Why people from the world learn Chinese, but Indians learn languages of the world? Very good question. So, Sanskrit has always been the unifying language of India. The Chola dynasty, which is a Tamil dynasty, conquered the entirety of Southeast Asia, and they propagated Sanskrit over there as the lingua franca, not Tamil, despite being a Tamil dynasty, which tells you that the entirety of the Indian subcontinent used Sanskrit as the civilizational language, as the unifying language. It is the oldest language known to humankind. And when India got its independence, there was a serious discussion about making Sanskrit the national language. But our great Prime Minister, Mr. Nehru, prevailed and he made Hindi the national language of India. So I would say that India would greatly benefit if Sanskrit were to be restored to its natural position of being the unifying language. I am not talking about making about Sanskrit supremacy, about Sanskritization. Everybody has their own mother tongue. India is a very diverse country, lots of different languages, lots of different dialects. So I would say that we should have a two language policy. One is the civilizational language, and the other is the mother tongue. Everybody should learn these two languages equally well, and all languages should be given equal importance. But there has to be a unifying civilizational language, and the natural candidate for that, the only language that is suitable for that is Sanskrit. So yes, Sanskrit should replace English as the lingua franca and the national language. We should be having this conversation in Sanskrit. It would be so nice if we could all do that. But we are not currently in a position to do that. I hope that future generations will rediscover the greatness of our own civilization language. So why do people from India learn Chinese? Why do people from the world learn Chinese, but Indians learn languages of the world? It's because the Chinese have more self-respect than Indians as of today. What I mean to say is that the Chinese government has more self-respect than the Indian government today. If you see the Chinese, there are daily press conferences in Beijing. The External Affairs Ministry of China does these press conferences every day, and they only speak in Chinese. And if you see India's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they do press conferences in English, which I think is very shameful. You should at least do it in Hindi. So the Indian government and the Indian institutions, the Indian bureaucracy, and the Indian establishment needs to learn to respect its own culture and history. And I hope that happens someday in the near future. As of now, we are stuck in the current scenario. But yes, we need to if they are not doing it, we need to show some initiative and start learning our own history and start learning Sanskrit. It would be really beneficial to all of us.